All right, welcome back, Griddle, Cook, Eat, and More. Here we go. It is tri-tip time. Today we're going to cook us up a tri-tip on the Weber kettle 22-inch. Let's check out how we're going to do it. All right, as you see here, we got our Weber kettle. Now I have an aftermarket grate for it. It is a Mallory M1 setup grate, cast iron grate. Comes with this, well, it's additional. You can just buy the top grate setup, or you can get the additional bottom grate. So the bottom grate, super heavy. You can see how thick this is. Comes with the divider here, and you can just put that wherever you want. This thing's badass. So, besides my tri-tip, we're going to be doing some over the fire and indirect. We're going to put it over here. It gives me enough room to do it indirect. That way I can spread out my coals, and that way they're not super high and super hot. It gives me a little more time to direct sear it without burning the crap out of it. So that's how we're going to set it up here. In here we got some mesquite, 100% mesquite hardwood charcoal that's a little leftover from a carne asada cook. We're going to use that as our base, and then we're going to use some post oak hardwood. Now let's get this fired up. We're gonna get that charcoal going. So basically, if I'm making similar to, would be Santa Maria style. I don't have a Santa Maria grill, but in Santa Maria, California, they use red oak, which I don't have red oak here. So my closest option is post oak, which I do have. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get these coals going, get my fire built, and then we'll get cooking. All right, so this will give me a nice little base section here. Get some wood down. All right, hope you can see me because we got some smoke rolling. All right, so you can see these are some super heavy duty grates here. We're gonna get them oiled up. Cast iron, you do gotta maintain them a little bit. So if you're looking for some badass cast iron grates for your Weber kettle, these are it. A little pricey though, probably around, I think 230 bucks if you get everything. I think the top grate is around 130 or 140, and then you add in the bottom stuff, gets a little pricey. I got this red limited edition kettle on clearance for 100 bucks. So every accessory I bought for this thing so far has cost more than this kettle has. But we're gonna let this fire get that wood burning good, let it simmer down a little bit, get these grates super nice and hot, and then we're gonna get cooking. All right. Now this tri-tip I got from a place called Harder House. It's a small grocery chain around the Branson, Missouri area. I live in St. Louis. I've been doing tri-tips a long time, and when I first heard about them and started cooking them, they didn't sell them in St. Louis area. Couldn't find them anywhere. So if I was on a trip down to Branson or that area, or down to Bushels Lake, wherever places I'd go down that way, I'd always stop by and then buy a bunch of them, and then I would freeze them, put them in my food saver, and then freeze them. They would season up two different ways. They got this kind of house blend reddish rub that they put on there, or they do like a Santa Maria style SPG rub. I got the last time I went, I got the red rub, I call it. I'm not sure what it is, but it's pretty good. But we are gonna go ahead and hit it up with a little Kinder salt, pepper, garlic. Just add a little bit to it. Now you can find these tri-tips everywhere. So the popularity from California has really spread over the years. And then you can get it at Costco, Sam's, butcher shops and stuff, which now I don't need to drive down to Branson to get a tri-tip anymore. I can get it locally, but if I'm down there, that area, I do like them. So I always pick them up anyways, and they seem to be cheaper down there. But let's get this thing cooking. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a forward sear on it. We're gonna sear it first. We're gonna sear it as long as possible without burning it too bad, because unfortunately with the Weber, not like Santa Maria, coals are pretty close to the grate and it gets pretty freaking hot. And then so once we get a good sear on it, then we'll move it over to this indirect side, put a lid on it, and finish it off. We're gonna go fat cap side down. we're just gonna keep flipping it. Since it's got a good flame here, probably every 45 seconds to a minute. Especially that fat cap side. As you can see, it's already got a nice sear on there. These cast iron grates do a great sear and great grill marks on the steaks and everything. A lot better than the good old standard, stainless steel grates that come with the kettle. All right, let's give it a flip back over. Go over this side here. That fat cap side really gets it flaring. Go back this way. All right, give it a little flip. All right, I think we're good. Let's get it indirect here. That's nice crust on there. All right, let's get the lid on here. We're just gonna open up the vents wide open, top and bottom. Simple as that. All right, we're just gonna let that thing go till I hit probably about 125 or so. Get it pulled, let it rust, and then we'll cut it. All right, here we go. Got away from me a little bit, messing around, and I checked it was about 137, so let it rest about 10 minutes. Let's cut this bad boy. We'll just cut it right in half. That's what this middle looks like. Hopefully the middle's better because I had it stuck in at the end. Looks nice and juicy for sure. But probably gonna be rocking a medium here. It's super bright out here. It's looking medium to me, most likely. Looks good though, super juicy. Let's cut a slice off. It's hard to tell because it's so bright. Let's get us a little slice off of here. Looks good though. Smells good. Smelled great while I was cooking. Here we go. Well, that's good. That's good. Let's get another bite. Oh yeah, there we go. Tri-tip if you've never had it. Definitely see if you can find one and grill it up. I prefer the forward sear. A lot of people are going to argue with that and say you should reverse sear it, but this is how I like to do it. It is super freaking delicious. And that's all I can say. Get a tri-tip, and then really just simple seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic is all you need. But cook it over some wood. If you can find red oak, that'd be the preferred Santa Maria style method, but whatever wood you like, or charcoal, really. I mean, it's just good over regular charcoal briquettes. I mean, I've done it all ways. But that is it for this video. I'm gonna slice them up and make me a little sandwich, I think. And we'll talk to you guys next time. I'm out.